Hi Seagull class! Today we're going to use the dates that you found for your biography to make a timeline. Just like the big timelines that we have at our school, you'll be making a timeline at home about the person who you researched. So you'll first take your 2 pieces of copy paper and fold them so that the long side matches the other long side. Now you'll open them up and cut along the fold that you just made. So now you have 4 pieces of paper, 4 rectangles, and they'll be glued together at their short ends, like this. So this will be your timeline. But first, we're going to make the line. So take your pencil and your ruler . And from the top of your paper, measure 1 inch. We're going to make several marks that go along so that we have little marks that are each 1 inch away from our long side. Then when we connect it, we'll make a line that is parallel to the top edge. Make 5 marks along this first page. And then continue making 5 marks on your other 3 pages too, that are 1 inch away from the top edge. Once you get finished with your 4 papers, you can use your ruler to now connect those 5 marks along the edge of your ruler. With one hand, hold the ruler carefully in place. And then trace the side of the ruler so that you make a line that goes through your 5 marks. Then do that on your other 3 papers. Now you can glue your 4 papers together along the short sides. Pretty long timeline. Now you can take your cards and make sure that they're in order. You can tell that they're in chronological order because the number that is less than the next number will have been earlier. So the year 1870, if we read that as a number, it would be 1,870. And then this year, 1896, would be read as a number 1,896. So since this number is less than this number, backwards, since this number is less than this number, then this event happened first. And that's how you can put them in order. So from least, which is first, to greatest, this is my greatest number, 1,952. You can put your cards in chronological order. Take your first card, the event that happened the earliest, which is probably going to be the year they were born. Glue the back side. And put it over here on the right edge of your timeline. Now skip all of those in the middle and take your card that has the greatest number, so the last year, which is probably the year that they died, and glue it on the far right side. So the earliest year is on your left side. I think I said right because I'm backwards from you. So the earliest year will be on your left side, and the latest year will be on your right. Just like the way that we read left to right. So we start on the left side, the earliest, and move to the right, the latest. And now you can start gluing these years in between. Once you get all of your cards placed, we need to add the title. So, in the middle, from the center, so that our title is centered, we're going to write the person's name. And we can decide if we just want it to be their name or if we want it to say the timeline of that person. And you'll want to write their first and last names. So, depending on how long their name is, if you're just writing their name, you can put probably their first name on one side of the center and then their last name on the other. And if you're writing the timeline of, you could probably put the timeline of on one side and their name on the other side of the center. But use your pencil first to write it out, because you might see that it's not really very centered after you write it out. And use your best handwriting so that it looks very good. So I think I could have scooted mine over a little bit. So I'm going to erase it. And then start a little closer to the center. There, I think that looks pretty nice. Let me show you. The timeline of Maria Montessori. So now I'm going to add some decorations up here at the top that have to do with whatever the card up below it says. This first card says, Maria Montessori was born in Chiaravalle, Italy. So since she was born, she was a baby. And I bet her parents wrapped her in a nice warm blanket. And maybe they celebrated with a birthday cake with one candle. Then it says she graduates from as one of the first women from the University of Rome with a Doctor of Medicine degree. So I'm going to put a diploma, which is a piece of paper that you get when you graduate from something that says that you graduated. Oh, and a stethoscope, since she had a medical doctor degree. And so you just continue on drawing little pictures that have to do with their life of whatever was happening above. Then you can go over everything with a marker or a pen and use your color pencils to color it in and make it look beautiful. And you've made a timeline, a biographical timeline. So you can share this with the class in circle time or in small groups. I would love to see them. And we're going to do another biography extension of the lesson that we did from Monday for next week. So our biography work will continue into next week. I can't wait to see the timelines that you finish.